action, like shit. Alright, girl, I'm back. You back, we back. Just like a smile. Who you already know. It's me, your favorite bitch and favorite witch. Welcome to the second episode of season 4, Postscript, also known as PS Talk Show. It's me, your lovely host, your girl P. And this episode is brought to you today by Slapwoods. No, I'm lying, like shit. I just wanted to say that because I have the shirt on. Let's get into our first segment today. As always, P's favorite pieces. Or I do also want to start by saying, pretty short episode today. Don't really have too much to yap about, but we're going to get into that as we get into it. For P's favorite pieces, the only thing I want to say is Houston is not a real place. Inter's club. Like shit.
I get smelly Hispanic words that just smell like that.
So Houston is not a real place. Why the fuck is it daytime and I'm just leaving out the function? So I went out that night and like just ended up at all these cool little spots, met these cool little people. Like because girl, how I end up at the regular little place, then end up at like the this other little place. I'm line dancing at one place. Then we go to the next spot. Girl, it's some Asian people in there. They're playing K-pop. I'm in there getting down to BTS. And then we go to the other place, and then I'm in there singing the Latin songs, and they're hitting my meanest salsa. Houston is not a real place, because how I do all of that in one night? Girl, I was line dancing, K-pop dancing, and Latin dancing. All like, what new songs there every place? Like, Houston is not a real place, but I had a good old time, so shout out to that. And our next segment for today, what pissed me off? Over the last, like, week, this is the second week, I've been locking in on that Stairmaster. That Stairmaster ain't no hoe. I'm not a cardio girl. That's not something that I'm interested in. That's not something that I have any desire to do. I am more of a weightlift girl, so that's really what I have been in the gym doing. And then also not to mention, I was more so protein focused more than anything in my little fake fitness journey because I was trying to pack on the pounds. And so we did that, and then we about to get into the cardio to get the endurance build, drop a couple pounds. Nothing crazy, probably like 7 to 10 pounds maybe. I know that's very easy to do. So yeah, like I said, more so protein focused and weight focused. But yeah, that's the best thing, no hoe, and I've been locking in on the hoe, and I got the 30 minutes the other day. Fuck with me, you know I got it. And girl, you can say whatever you want. I come on here looking however I want. But one thing you can say is that the skin don't be hidden. Next segment, questions that need answers. I really just want to know how your stomach going. How's everything? I hope you are having the experience that you wished for, hoped for, thought about, talked about. And then I also hope that you're doing even more than what you could have imagined. So there's that. And then I guess these two things kind of relate for this week's Conscious Cunt. I really just want to talk about how hard it is having a full life. Like, I love doing all the stuff that I do, but then when I don't, but when I don't do something, for example, girl, Mercury retrograde, I'm telling y'all this shit do not be fake. So I posted last week's video on Wednesday. Wednesday night, set it as a little instant premiere, whatever. Hit upload, went to sleep. And then I never checked the next day until like 2-3 days later. Girl, while the video uploaded as a private video, didn't even upload to the public. So I had to upload it to the public. So that messed up like my count. So it's going to look like I put 2 videos out in 1 week. Girl, I'm not even about to get into that. But that just goes on to say, like, when I miss a step or when I misstep or mess something up, that really bothers me mentally. Because when I don't want to do something, or if I don't do something, then like in the back of my mind, I be like, see, this is why you should have did that. Because this one happened, this one happened. Like, I be doing that. But I do love living a full life. It's just, I just feel like, if I can't commit to myself and the things that I want and see for me, why the fuck would anybody else? That just, I don't know. So I just do it. It be hard, but I do it. So there's that. For this week's Bar for Bar, we're going to back it up a couple of episodes. I told y'all many weeks ago that I went to go see Miley Cyrus's movie, Something Beautiful, for her album. And she's now starting to, and the movie was basically all of the music videos to all of the songs on the album. And now she's starting to release, she's released music videos on YouTube. Girl, that every girl I've ever loved ate just like an 8 in the movie theater, because I heard the song and I knew that was Naomi Campbell. But then I was like, girl, I don't know if Miley gonna get Naomi for the video. Girl, didn't she had Naomi for the video. So make sure y'all go watch that. Listen to Miley's new album, Something Beautiful, because it's great. For our final segment, hashtag I cannot make this shit up. So today's Wednesday, which is the 30th of the month. And before we even get into all of the transits and things, the first thing I want to say is the energy of the astrology for the week is just like, say that, more of that. Or like, you know, when people be on Twitter and they quote a tweet and they put this and all the greater than signs. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the energy. More of that. Speak up. Let's wake that up. What's going on with that? That's just kind of what I'm feeling about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. So we're about to get into it. Like I said, on the 30th of the month, which is July the 30th, Venus will go into Cancer. And to me, that just gives couch rot energy in the best way possible. And when I say couch rot energy, to me, that means everything else is handled and settled so you can really enjoy that couch rot and not just be wasting time. Because for me, a good couch rot is like the house smell good, it's clean, I ain't got to do nothing. Like, I literally don't have to do anything but lay here and absorb these television shows as fast as my TV will play them. So that's just what Venus and Cancer is giving me. Like, you know, Venus is the Venusian, the beauty, the stability, the creativity, and Cancer is the home, the inner, the personal, the close-knit. So that just feels real cozy. Like, that's couch rot vibes, but like in the best way possible, not just on some lazy girl shit. Like, right? Okay. And then also on July 30th, Chiron will also retrograde in Aries. And if you know me personally, you know the Chiron is one of my favorite things that you can learn about astrology, and one of my favorite things that you can learn about yourself, because it speaks to the challenges that you face in life and the things that you suffer with or from. And it can, you know, expose the way that will manifest itself into your life, if that makes sense. So yes, like I said, you know, the couch rot thing, but also set the Sunday vibe. And for me, like, my Sunday vibe is like, I clean the house, I do laundry, I do this stuff, I prepare, I pack my bag, I pull out the outfit, I iron, I just do the whole dilemma. So that once all of that stuff is done, I do the dishes, sweep the floors, mop the floors, vacuum, the whole nine, right, girl? So after that, I just feel like the week is like, I'm unstoppable. I can take on anything because I did everything that would have annoyed me to have to do after I got off work, right? And so it just make the house feel better. It make life feel better. It make waking up feel better. It make every day feel better. So couch rot after you set the Sunday vibe. That's the Venus in Cancer read. So the Chiron retrograde read is what I really want to talk about. That inner mirror, the mirror focusing back to you. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, it's a mirror being held up to your inner world, but it's also a mirror being held up to your connection or relationships with people, or maybe how you relate to people, or maybe like who you're surrounded with and trying to relate to. So again, you know, we're talking about Venus and Cancer, we're talking about Chiron and Aries. So feel the feels, be aware of things that make you feel less of a person or things that make you uncomfortable. Be firm with your boundaries, because we're talking about Aries, and you know, like I say, you can't spell boundary without Aries. Okay, hello, somebody quote it. Speak up for your truth. Stand on business. That's if I could. Is it not clocking in you? I'm standing on business. I really hate that Justin didn't get the verbiage quite right, but anyhow. On July 31st, we will have a Mercury Cazimi. Y'all know I love to talk about Cazimis. Mercury is in retrograde. A Cazimi just means, you know, in the heart of the sun. So when I was talking about, you know, your connection to people being mirrored back to you, this also ties into the Mercury Cazimi, because with the Cazimi, Mercury things are going to be lightened up. So the way that you communicate, the way that you share connection, the way that lines of communication are established or blurred, or like even going back to boundaries, the way those are established or blurred, those might just be the feelings that you're feeling this week with that energy. And for me, what that all boils down to is, what is the mirror going to show you, and what is the sun going to illuminate for you that's showing you what the problem is, what's stopping you from being in your soft girl era, what is the block, what is the obstacle, what is the road is closed, what's happening, what is that, what is it? Get it out of here, go around it, or go the other way. That's all I can say. And then another thing that I was like hearing when I was writing down my notes was like effort versus ease. Effort isn't always favored, because sometimes you're trying too hard and doing too much and doing all that, and you don't even need to be doing that. You deserve ease. Sometimes you shouldn't have to do nothing. It should just come. Right? Because when you believe that, it do. And a lot of y'all want that to happen, but you don't believe it. You gotta believe it first. I told you, everything I already want, I've been had it here. That's why it's so easy for me to get it tangibly. But also, just keep in mind, you know, 2 things can be true at once. You can change your opinion with new information. Things that easy aren't always, you know, set in stone. So keep open heart to change, pivot. We've been talking about that a lot lately. And it's almost like when I was talking last week about that deja vu, it's going to be like, you know, when people be like, oh, I found myself again. Or like, oh, I forgot who the fuck I was. Now I just got it back. Like, you about to be like, oh, what that TikTok girl was saying? Oh. Like, that's what it's about to be. Yeah. Girl, that's the episode. That's all I got. Like I told y'all, it was short this week. Thank you for coming. Please make sure you come back. Go watch next week's episode because I posted it late and I'm missing some views on that. So run both of these up for me. Leave a comment, subscribe, turn the bell on. I need y'all to be saying something in the comments for real. But yeah, you know how we end the show. And if you don't, too bad. Bitches be mad because they be hating, and bitches be hating because they be mad.